extend your day. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome, everyone. This is to advise those present at this meeting of the Board of Education of the Pinelands Regional School District in the County of Ocean that adequate notice of this meeting was provided in accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act. The notice has been posted in the Board of Education office, junior high and high school buildings. The notice was also mailed to the Press of Atlantic City, Asbury Park Press, and filed with the municipal clerks of Bass River, Eagleswood, and Little Lake Harbor Township in the borough of Tuckerton. Roll call, please.
Mr. Bartlett. You'll be marked absent. Miss Betty. Here. Mr. Bonnicky.
Here.
In the audience, I will note. Mr. Dalio.
Here.
Miss Fagan.
Here.
Oh, okay. She is a virtual. Miss Martin.
Here.
Ms. Zimmerman.
Here.
Ms. Hannadel.
Yes.
Mrs. McVeigh.
Here.
We're in session.
Excellent, thank you. We will move on to item number 5, approval of minutes. We need a motion to approve the open session for July 24th and the closed session for July 24th. Motion, please.
Motion. Second.
Any questions?
All right. Miss Betty.
I want to say here. Yes.
Mr. Bonnicky.
Yes.
Mr. Dalio.
Yes.
Ms. Fagan, you were absent, so you would have to
I will be
abstain.
abstaining. Yep. Thank you.
Miss Martin,
Yes.
Ms. Zimmerman,
Yes.
Ms. Hannadel,
Yes.
Mrs. McVeigh,
Yes,
motion carries.
thank you. With that, I'm going to give you Ms. Raskin for this superintendent report. Does Melissa want to try to do it?
Dr. McCoy, do you want to try?
So I don't know how my Wi-Fi is and I apologize. I did email it to the board, so I think that you can read through that, but I just mostly want to thank Ms. Frasco for helping out and filling in physically for me this evening.
Did you want me to go through it quick?
If you want to, I mean, I emailed it to the board. It's really completely up to you.
I will, just so
Go
that we
ahead.
can give some shout outs here.
Sure, go ahead.
Extremely productive this summer. Our ESYN Summer Academy programs were a great success this year. Thank you to Mr. Shore and Mrs. Thurber for hosting the summer programs this year in the junior high. Also, thank you to Ms. Williscroft and her summer staff, and Mrs. Elwood and her summer staff. Thank you to the secretarial staff and their continued diligence and dedication. Their commitment to getting the schools ready for our students is to be commended. Thank you to Bruce Stranahan and our outstanding facilities department. Some of the big projects done this summer include adding new cabinetry and sinks to the high school art classrooms. Permanent walls replaced temporary walls between the classrooms on the 3rd floor. And as you can see in the junior high, we have some new cement work happening in our parking lot. So that's exciting. A shout out to Jimmy Gershioni and his amazing tech team as they prepare classrooms for the 21st century learning. Interactive flat panels will replace many old school projectors and TVs. Special shout out to Mr. Mark Sink and Mr. Rich DeMauro for their continued focus on technology, data, staff support, and best practices. Major shout out to the admin team. You guys are awesome. It's a pleasure working with all of you, and to all the curriculum writers for the summer, especially Shannon Sobiak. She is amazing. We're proud to announce, and this goes to Dr. McCauley, she worked on this grant. We were one of 15 districts in the state of New Jersey to be awarded the BISCA grant, Bipartisan Safer Communities Act grant. This competitive grant program solicits applications from high need schools. And we acquired $1,379,999.
Wow.
It was extremely competitive. Shout out to Dr. McCauley. That was a lot of work. And, you know, a lot of schools were congratulating us because they knew that that was something very rare. So that was really big. You'll see that on the agenda tonight. We're also proud to announce that Pinelands High School will be approved as a site for Ocean County College. We're hoping that our recent graduates and community members can take advantage of having these college courses available right in our own community.
Wow.
We are also excited to welcome back our 10-month staff on Tuesday, September 5th. This is an extra special day for all of us as we will be engaging in our own Pinelands experience for the staff at the YMCA of the Pines, formerly known as Camp Akanikan. So we are going to be in the Pinelands experience on
Aw.
Tuesday with the whole staff. We're really excited. And lastly, we wish the entire Wildcat educational community, staff, students, and families a very positive and productive school year. That's it.
So that's a $2.3 million grant that we got for mental health
Yes.
and this. Holy mackerel, guys, that really helps. Great job.
I knew you'd be here. I was beginning to worry, so I didn't have to stare at empty chairs. Jeff was so gracious to sit there. All right, thank you very much for reading that. No presentations at this time, so we'll move on to work session. I have been asked to remind the board that the New Jersey School Boards Association Conference is coming up in October 23rd to the 26th in Atlantic City. If you wish to attend, please let Amanda know.
Yes, yes.
So she can make sure she gets you signed up.
I'm going.
And it's just for the overall attendance, it's not for individual sessions that you want to go to?
Yeah, just to let me know if you want to go. We
There you go.
have a group rate, so we just have to know who is going, and then you pick your individual sessions when you get there. So Kim would
please,
like to go.
Yeah, guys, it's really, even if you go a couple hours, it's a really nice, it's one of the best conventions I've ever been to. They give away a lot of stuff. Nice seating, great tech. It's really nice.
President McVeigh, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear
Yes.
you.
So Mr. Han and I got selected to present at school boards as well on all of our mental health supports that we have at Pinelands.
Yoo-hoo. Awesome. Is it a group or there's the two of you?
It's the two of us and it's the first day at 2:30.
So the 23rd at 2:30?
Yes.
Thank you very much. New business. Is there any new business? Seeing none. Anyone have any old business they want to bring up?
Anything with the bog?
So the last, we happened to talk into what we have for the Princeton Micro, making a determination that they do that our dam,
Is a
is a
dam.
dam.
Good.
So we're still, we actually just reached out last week, so we haven't heard back from them. In the meantime, we are working on getting collaboration with Princeton Hydro, ourselves, Rutgers, and another nonprofit organization, so that we can have a meeting to talk about the restoration of the bog. Now that we're coming to the conclusion of the dam.
So are they a Princeton University thing or are they a,
No, Princeton Hydro is just a project.
It's just the name of the company.
Commissioning project.
but it's a nonprofit or it's a for?
No, we are connected with them, Rutgers, and another nonprofit. so
Okay,
that we
but they're
can-
not a nonprofit? They're a,
Princeton Hydro is just the company that was helping us out with the DEP
oh, okay.
for the actual dam. for
Oh,
the-
I didn't realize they
Which isn't
the
a dam.
DEP stuff. Okay.
yeah, they had to do some of those with A and A.
They did a bunch of surveys and notes.
Yeah, they're very difficult names to say. They helped us with that portion of it, so they're
Okay.
a hired contractor.
They might be a nonprofit, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But they're pretty, they do a lot of work throughout the
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do fresh water.
I do have one other reminder, just to make sure that you check on your mandated training. The deadline for that is the end of December. So, if you need to know exactly what you need, you can reach out to me, or I can just send you a reminder if you'd like personally to your email.
Okay. Moving on to item number 9, residents forum for agenda items only. Board policy 0167 encourages community participation in every meeting. However, the board requests that the public respect the reasonable time limit when commenting on agenda items only. Jack, you good? Okay.
Bill.
With that, we'll move on to. Move on to item number 10, instructional. We need a motion to approve items A through H. Have a motion, please.
Second.
Any questions?
Miss Betty,
Yes.
Mr. Bonnicky,
Yes.
Mr. Dalio,
Yes.
Miss Fagan,
Yes.
Miss Martin,
Yes.
Miss Zimmerman,
Yes.
Miss Hennadel,
Yes.
Mrs. McVeigh,
Yes,
motion carries.
thank you. Moving on to item 11, personnel. We need a motion to approve items A through Q. Motion, please.
Motion.
Second.
Was that Lisa?
Yes.
Any questions? Seeing none?
Miss Betty,
Yes.
Mr. Bonnicky,
Yes.
Mr. Dalio,
Yes.
Miss Fagan,
Yes.
Miss Martin,
Yes.
Ms. Zimmerman,
Yes.
Ms. Hennadel,
Yes.
Mrs. McVeigh,
Yes,
motion carries.
thank you. Item 12, operations. We need a motion to approve items A through G. Motion, please.
Motion.
Second.
Any questions? Seeing none?
Miss Betty,
Yes.
Mr. Bonnicky,
Yes.
Mr. Dalio.
Yes.
Ms. Fagan,
Yes.
Ms. Martin,
Yes.
Ms. Zimmerman,
Yes.
Ms. Hennadel,
Yes.
Mrs. McVeigh,
Yes,
motion carries.
thank you. Item number 13, the report of the board secretary, business administrator. We need a motion to approve the report of the board secretary, business administrator, items A through M. You have a motion, please?
Motion.
Second.
Any questions?
What's the bus under H? Betty? We're leasing, that means we'll always have a bus here?
This is in. We're good.
We're good.
Yeah, sorry.
Shannon has a question.
I have a question. Can you explain H number one, with the bus? So we're always gonna have a bus here, does that mean? The leasing of a 54?
Yes, we were able to purchase 2 minibuses. And then in order to alleviate some other need, we are leasing a full-size bus. And we have 3 part-time as needed bus drivers. So it helps with those like tight crunches with athletics and something being rescheduled. It gives us a lot more flexibility to have our own small little fleet. We're starting out with just the 2 that we own and this one that we're leasing. And it, even though we have to pay to lease it, it's really reducing our costs. It's
Cool.
cost effective to lease it rather than outsourcing it.
So we'll have a 24/7, our own bus.
We have
And we have 3
2
drivers.
minibuses when we get them. I mean, they're new and like, we have to wait for certain things, but this one will be here by the start of school.
It will be here.
Yes.
Okay. So we shouldn't have any issues with someone doesn't have transportation to a event.
We shouldn't.
Okay.
I mean, we don't have those other 2 yet. So but this is definitely a step in, we're better off this year than we were last year.
Okay.
That we have a little bit more flexibility that we own our own.
Do you
buses.
know when? Have it or you don't know?
The 2 other ones though, the one I believe like is close, but it has to go through some inspections.
Oh.
So I would say maybe
September.
hopefully at some time in September. The other one, I haven't heard an update on it. One's like wheelchair accessible and one's not, so that's the difference.
And those are half the size of the school bus.
Those I think they fit 24. Yeah. But I mean, like the tennis team and little or the golf team, stuff
Right.
like that can fit on those. And even just, I think we're gonna use them a lot for the community-based trips for the 18 to 21 program.
good.
So it just gives us a lot more flexibility. We're not always relying on outsource.
Right.
So Nick Tallarico, big shout out to him, has done amazing work with that. Yep.
Gina, can you answer the curriculum question now or did we vote yet?
Did someone first and second? I didn't hear that. I think we were.
There was a
yeah,
second.
sorry.
I don't know. Might have been did you
I think
second?
I motioned and Kim said.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
Oh, that's what it was. So just on that physics and how it relates to math because of our math scores, I thought it would be
Yeah,
something good to talk about.
Algebra 1 physics based is a little bit different than regular physics. It is, it actually is focused on more of the algebra part of so it's a science class, but it has a lot of math in it. and it's for freshmen who struggle a little bit with mathematics.
So they'll have,
So they have their algebra class and then they have their physics class, and many of the activities are co-curricular. So they can kind of see the application of the algebra in the physics class.
Are they the same kids that would have taken algebra 1 in 8th grade as well?
No,
Taking
these
it
are
in
kids that would take algebra 1 in 9th grade.
In 9th grade only.
Gina, if I could say something about that, I've seen curriculum for that class and it's basically about getting the kids engaged because it's real stuff, like shooting pool.
Yes.
Has equations and, you know, things that
And
kids
roller
like.
coasters.
They always say they.
When are we gonna use this stuff?
Yeah.
Rocket,
That's
rocket,
exactly.
outer space.
It's all project
And it's
based.
very well done.
Yeah,
Good.
kind of gets the kids to see the connection.
God willing.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, Miss Betty,
Yes.
Mr. Bonnicky,
Yes.
Mr. Dalio.
Yes.
Miss Fagan,
Yes.
Miss Martin,
Yes.
Miss Zimmerman,
Yes.
Miss Hennadel,
Yes.
Mrs. McVeigh,
Yes,
motion carries.
thank you very much. There are no information items at this time. We will go to item number 15, the residents forum for general topics. Board policy 0167 encourages community participation in every meeting. However, the board requests that the public respect a reasonable time limit when commenting on any topic. All right, moving on to item number 16, board forum.
I actually have a question on number 18, meeting schedule.
Okay,
18,
It says our next regular meeting is September 18th. That would be a Monday. Yeah, I have my dates mixed up, so that's
it's the third Tuesday. Third Monday.
it's the third Monday.
Yeah, we
Okay.
usually try to stick to the third Monday unless there's a conflict.
Okay, thank you. Board forum. And
do you have anything for us?
just how wonderful it is seeing all the parents posting their pictures and talking about the, dropping their kids off at college. How exciting it is for students. And it's great to see. So I wish them all the best of luck.
Thank you. Jeff, do you have anything for the good of cause? Zimmerman?
Nothing at this time.
I just want to say I've been hearing a little bit of a buzz about the ambassador program. It's apparently exciting and the kids coming in are like, oh, the big kids are coming around, you know, like that. So I'm impressed with it. I think that's cool.
Very cool. Mr. Dalio?
Nothing to add.
Christy, you got anything for us out in the
Hinter.
webverse?
No, I don't. Sorry.
Thank you. Thank you for taking the time. I know you're a busy lady. Thank you. Kim?
No, great meeting. I just wanted to, actually, I wanted to remind Melissa that she and I spoke about, those wonderful posters that the one school does of like a number of their graduates, and they put them down the street on the main streets. So I'm thinking we have Tucker in Little Egg, West Creek and
How nice.
Bass River. I just don't know if we can afford it. I think we can probably afford it, and then we have to figure out if the towns will pay for it. But it's like and then we have to figure out who gets to be picked and how many. But it's for the graduates, and so it's like basically a poster, but a really nice one that hangs, and it hangs on like the lights.
Oh, how nice.
So a friend of mine's on another board, and they do it, and they've done it for years, and it's really popular with the kids. So it's just something to suggest. We can figure out if we want to go forward with that. Just reminding you, out in the hinterlands.
Yep, I will definitely look into it. And we do have a couple nice surprises for the board next month that I think everyone will appreciate that showcases our school district.
Great.
Okay, well, I would like to thank everyone for attending tonight. I would like to thank my fellow board members for your service and your care and devotion to Pinelands Regional. It's wonderful to work with you guys, all pulling in the same direction. Don't forget the conference in October to make sure let Amanda know. Try to get there. And with that, enjoy the rest of your summer.
Thanks for the almost $3 million, you guys.
A motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you.
6:20.
6:21.